Under intense pressure to reform New York State's new bail reform law, state Senate Democrats propose a fix. But there is one man in Albany who is still not buying into the idea. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer tonight with the latest on the controversial new law that has prosecutors, police, and even Mayor de Blasio demanding change.
Facing a lightning storm of protest, a cyclone of criticism raining down upon them over the new bail reform law, Senate Democrats are trying to part the clouds of controversy with a proposal to overhaul the law that just went into effect January 1st.
This is mission critical.
State Senator Todd Kaminsky talking about an overhaul plan developed by his chamber to address a litany of concerns expressed by everyone from Police Commissioner Dermot Shea, Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez, one of the most liberal prosecutors in the state, and even El Progreso himself, Bill de Blasio. It calls for elimination of all cash bail, but suspects can be held for hate crimes, felony domestic violence charges, and there will be judicial discretion in which flight risk and criminal records can be factored in to determine if someone can be held. There will also be more time for prosecutors to hand over evidence to the defense. Kaminsky, a former prosecutor, said he thought lawmakers should also address a CBS 2 report that Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance is considering the drastic step of deferring cases or declining to prosecute because his office lacks the manpower to turn over detailed case records to defense attorneys within 15 days.
We want to give our prosecutors the ability to make effective cases. Of course, when I hear the news, that's troubling.
One problem with the overhaul is that Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie has not been hasty to embrace the need for a fix.
I can't say what, we will do, won't do, look at, won't look at until I know how the law is working. It's like I have to grade the exam before I can determine, where we have to look.
Hastie downplayed reports he was furious that Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins blindsided him by making the overhaul public.
There's going to be days where the governor's going to disagree with me. There's going to be days where Andrea disagrees with me. And we have to continue to do our jobs.
In Albany, everything's a heavy lift until it's lifted. It's a tough place. That being said, I think that, we're willing to work with anyone.
Well, the Legal Aid Society and a group of public defenders criticized the Senate proposal, saying it put politics over people. The group said that if enacted, it would dramatically increase the number of people languishing in jails who are presumed innocent. Governor Cuomo appeared to support the Senate plan, saying the proposal that was made was the same thing he did last year.
Marcia, thank you.